And we're back. we're back from the oblivion. We're back.
Fancy seeing you again.
Yeah, are you all right? I haven't spoken to you in so long.
Oh, it's been ages, mate. Been ages. How you doing?
Yeah, sorry about the intermission, the slight intermission. My good lady asked me to sort the stream out, so I've done it. And at the end of the day, she's the most important thing in all this. Benjamin's in. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're well. Scott, Wanda, Dean, delinquents. We're good, mate. You know what? Sometimes it can get out of hand, and I'm not here to be shot at. Nor's Dean. We're just here, open you guys, chatting with you guys, and we don't. It's really that simple. None of us are fucking professionals. We're all here just to have a nice time and interact with you guys.
Yeah, Friday night, few beers, little bit of a chinwag.
Yep.
And any questions and answers and all that stuff.
Yeah, if you've got any questions for me and Dean in the chat, then fire them in, and we'll here's one for you. What's the best beer you've had this year? What are we in? We're in August.
Okay, no.
It's always a hard one, isn't it? Because you have to sit and think.
Yeah, and you've had that many. Bloody hell, mate.
What's the worst beer you've had this year?
Worst beer. I don't know.
Best beer I've had this year. I'm going to go with. I've got it. I've got the bottle.
Worst beer. Yeah, I've got my worst beer. I've just thought of it. Worst beer, and it's quite recent as well. It's the Beavertown Space Hulk. And
did you review that, or you just couldn't fucking be bothered?
No, I've got a review. I just haven't put it out. It was hoppy water.
Well, there you go then. Worst beer was Mango number 5. Did Mango number 5 this year or last year? I got a feeling it was this year. If it's Mango number 5 this year,
Lidl,
B&M. No, it was Home Bargains. Absolutely
the micro breweries or something like that.
Yeah, the micro. Yeah, absolutely shocking. Best beer of the year for me is this one, which is
on board,
Imperial Bueno Shake chocolate and hazelnut milk stout, which was 11%. Absolutely phenomenal.
I did see that knocking about online, actually. I don't know if it was Trembling Madness that there was stock in it, and it was like 12 quid a bottle.
I paid 16 for that. So I would be sawing hands off. 11-12 pound a bottle, mate. That's a great price. It gone now. I was hoping to get a little bit then. It's a great beer. It was a great. I've got a lot of love for Umbard. They've been very kind to us when we've been down there, and they're just a very nice, friendly brewery that make really good beer.
I mean, their standard Bueno Shake is top drawer, isn't it?
Oh, fucking! If we walk into Brew House and Kitchen, there's one in Guildhall, and they tend to have Bueno Shake in there in cans, and Wanda will invariably empty the fridge because it's an absolute cracker.
Going back to standout beers, I've just literally thought of one, and it encompasses my lovely weekend that I spent with you and your good lady. Was when we were in Brewer's Tap, and I had the kind of the Three Hills coconut and chocolate donut stout.
Yes,
I was made up with that beer. I loved it.
That was absolute cracker. Absolute cracker of a beer.
And we sat down and had a can, didn't we? When we got back to yours, we had a
we did. Yeah, we did. That was a good night, a good day, all day session. That was, mate.
Oh, that one, wasn't it?
Well, we started off with a couple of beer reviews in there, didn't we? And then we sort of pushed off out. And absolutely cracking day. Alan Mead, how are you, my friend? Nice. Happy International Beer Day, Dean.
Is it?
Us YouTubers don't know fuck all.
It's beer day every day, isn't it? Really?
I don't need a lot of encouragement to celebrate, if I'm honest.
No.
Mark Jones says, "Hello again. You've got to ignore the shits of this world." I completely agree. I am only human, and sometimes, as best as I try, something will niggle me, and I don't. If I cause anybody any offence, I do apologise. It's not my. It's not what I'm about. I don't actually like upsetting people. It's not what I do. But again, I'm only human, and I just sometimes I get a bit hot-headed, shall we call it? And if it upsets my wife, then we deal with that accordingly. Connor Jackson, I hope you're both well. You pair of legends. Gonna have a right good few beers with you both. What are you drinking, Connor?
Yeah, what are you on?
What are you on? What are you drinking? Benjamin, I'm finishing my perfect draft keg. Then I'm going on eBay. Not paying those prices now. The 50% discount is gone. What are your thoughts? So
I don't purchase enough kegs to have a proper input on it, really. But to be fair, the kegs that I have had in the past few months, I buy from Amazon.
Okay.
So I get them. They're probably. It depends what you want. I mean, like they've got like Low and Brow on there. They've got the Franciscana on there, and it's probably about £1.50, £2 a keg cheaper than Beer Hawk on Amazon, and you get it delivered the next day if you're a Prime member. Okay, and that's the way I roll with it, really, to be honest.
I've just cancelled my Prime membership because I can't afford it.
Nah.
I get a bit of stick on this, actually, and but I stand firm with my stance. And we had this discussion the other day, where if I buy a keg, I invariably pay full price for it because I don't have a lot of tokens in the bag, and I can't afford to buy 3 kegs at a time. So
same with me, really.
All this bollocks of, well, you get your 3 kegs and your 15%, it doesn't wash with me. So when I'm buying a keg of Punk IPA at £42.50, the original price, I think I had a £5 in beer tokens.
Right.
Obviously, the keg return, which just paid for the delivery. So my keg was £42.50.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm paying that full price for that keg because how do I say to Wanda, don't fucking eat this week. Don't eat this week. I'm buying 3 kegs.
Yeah, it'll go down well, wouldn't it, that? Yeah, sorry. No shopping this week. We got Beer all coming tomorrow.
Don't worry about petrol in the car, love. The beer's coming.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I get a bit uppity about people that I'm not flush with money. I'm a simple man. I've got a job, but it doesn't warrant that much.
Yeah. No, we can have the same argument with the likes of the Krups and Beerwolf and their ridiculous pricing. Again, I don't want to buy fucking 8 torps. I just want 1 or 2 maybe at a push. But I don't want to pay £8.95.
It's a lovely paperweight.
Both of my machines, to be fair, were Christmas presents. One was a birthday present, one was a Christmas present.
Yep.
And I buy the odd keg now and again, and I buy the odd torp once in a blue moon.
Well, my sub machine was a Father's Day present. My perfect draft was a birthday present. I can't remember the last torp I bought, but I will. I did a whole video on this about the sub because I do like it. I can't say I don't. I do like it. Like you, I don't want to buy 8 kegs to get the delivery free. And 2, Was it 2.5 liters, 2 liters of the torp?
Two,
It's just
2 liters.
it's not enough.
I mean,
I'm not
if you're going along the lines of like your Heinekens or your Amstels, your beer Morettis that are not coming in at about what $7.99 a torp, I can live with that. This is my personal opinion, and I can live with that. But again, it's that P&P that just it's a hard pill to swallow.
It's like
unless you can get it in a Premier shop,
Well, the P&P almost works out at another torp.
Yeah,
and that's where I'm the same. I can drive up about 6-7 miles and go and get some torps, or I don't know if they still do them. To be fair, but I can pick up kegs up that way. But and I like my Perfect Draft. I think it's a fantastic machine. I'm not sold on the Pro. I don't think it's enough different to warrant that extra money. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I think the app's a fucking joke. The ability to change the temperature, okay, I can accept that. But then if I want a beer slightly warmer, I'll hold it in my hand for a minute.
Yeah, cost you nothing that.
No. So that's where I am with the Perfect Draft Pro. I know, and I think it looks fucking ugly. I do.
I'm happy with my machine though, and I'll use it now and again. I will get a keg at one point maybe, but again, it'll probably be an Amazon purchase again. If the weather stays decent, then it'll probably be a keg of Lowenbrow, just to knock back and not think about it and enjoy it, light up the barbecue. It's one of them sort of moments.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think I'm not interested in anything gun. I liked the Life and Death, but again I paid full price for it because I didn't have that many tokens in it. That was a nice beer. Even by the end of that I got a bit fed up of it. It's a weird thing. I love the machine. I think the machine's fantastic. I think Beerhawk have been a bit shitty towards their customers.
Yeah, I think do they need to go down that road? Did they need to go down that road? No, I don't think they did. But why? I mean, I don't know. I don't know the answers to it, mate. But I think it's a bit in this day and age as well, in this climate. That sort of market is very fragile with consumers and the amount of money they've got to spend, and to do that maneuver, I think is probably, it might come back and bite them on the arse. Maybe, I don't know.
It's a tough one, isn't it? I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? Money's tight with everybody, and it's going to get worse in October when those prices on home energy go through the fucking roof again, and the those little luxuries, something has to give somewhere.
And it is a luxurious toy, isn't it? At the end of the day, I don't take it for granted, but it's a time and a place for them sort of moments for me.
Well, I'm very lucky. I've had one person send me a couple of kegs, and I've been very lucky with that. And I think I've bought two. So in a year, I've had it a year. I've probably had 5 kegs tops.
I bet I'm not that far off, mate. Really, I haven't gone that mad on it. I don't know, but I did say to you, I knew I was getting it, but I did say to you, I won't be, buying them on a regular basis because I know the price of them, and I don't want to. I can't commit to that 3 keg deal that they had.
No. Benjamin says Northern Monk actually sell hop water. Sounds awful. I've had a couple of beers. What was that beer I had the other day that I hated? The Donkey Shite beer.
Donkey Shite. Fucking hell.
I don't know why I keep bothering.
Can Crusher.
Yeah, the Can Crusher comes out. It's almost at the ready now with Donkey Stone. It's incredible. Death by Cocktail. That Impy Bueno shake was beautiful. Cheers for the heads up about it. Do you know what? It is without doubt my favourite beer of the year. It was an absolute. Even I think I'd sat and drank that, and Wanda was like, "Wow, where's that gone?" I'm like, "It was amazing. It just went. I could have nicked it the bottle."
It's good that sometimes you get them. You do get them magical moments with a beer where it really does You know, I think it's all about situations and where you are, who you're with sometimes as well. Like I say, the Three Hills beer, I hold it dearly because of the moment that I had and the environment that was in and the people that was around in it.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, at the time, that was the best beer in the world because of the circumstances.
It's like the holiday beer, isn't it? Where you have a beer on holiday and you think, oh, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then, no wonder you're good. She just sent me a message apologising for asking to stop the stream. Wonder you're fine, love. It's all good. Yeah, it's like the holiday beer where you go on holiday, you think that's the best beer I've ever had, and you come home, and you're like,
yeah. We get sick and tired of it, don't you? If you a fortnight away in Tenerife, and what was it over there? I think they had a Alhambra in the hotel that I was on, and it was all inclusive, so you could have as much as you wanted, really. And I mean, yeah, you land at like 6 o'clock in the morning. You get to your hotel, you sort of like have a quick shower, unpack, go down to the pool, chill out, and then the bar opens up, and you have that first Alhambra sitting down in red hot baking sun, not a care in the world, and it's like wow. But when it comes to day 14, you're sick and tired of the beer. You know, you've had enough of it.
You're fucking longer again. What are you having?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to the supermarket to get something else.
Matt Wentz says, I'd try that stout for £12, only as a one-off as a treat for the year. If someone's got a link that they can find this, I don't know if it's still available. Because it was back in, I think it was back in February, March time it came out, somewhere around there. Give Matt the link. It's well worth picking up, mate. And because it's 11%.
Have a butchers on Trembling Madness. It may still be on there, yeah. Trembling Madness. Have a look on there. And it might be
11%. It's only going to get better in that bottle.
Yeah.
Mark Jones says, got an unbarred tonight. I'm having later. Limited edition Idaho 7 Vice. Idaho 7 hopped Bavarian wheat beer. That sounds fucking pretty nice.
It's a nice little spin.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah.
That throws the Rhine you bought out the window, doesn't it, when they start?
I was going to say the Rhine Huskebot is he'll be having a bit of a mental shake about that.
Oh God, yeah.
What's an Idaho 7? I know someone will be having a mental fucking brain fart about that. Irish Alan Mead. I'm on the Moretti. Lovely night. I don't mind a Moretti. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah,
I was in Morrison's earlier, and I didn't know what to pick up. So I picked up 6 Budvars, but I did look at Moretti because it's not a bad beer. Yeah. Anybody that says it's shit, jog on.
I tell you what, as well, I've got a bit of a soft spot for the likes of Peroni. What is it? The stronger version of Peroni, bloody Grand Reserva.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I think we all find a bit of a shit beer.
Yeah.
And what we all find a bit of a shit beer. And we're all beer geeks and we all like the high end and the quality stuff. But within all of us, there's that little itch that finds that shit beer that we really shouldn't be drinking. But we think, I like that. And I'm going to drink a little bit of it.
Yeah. It's all down to the situation and the environment. It can be the best beer in the world, can't it? A crappy run-of-the-mill bog standard lager, but if you've got that right climate, like you say, you're in your garden, barbecue, you've got the family over, and you've got a crappy lager, it can be the best beer in the world, can't it? At that point in time.
I'm you know me, I'm a craft beer nerd, but I will pick this up by the shitload.
Yeah, you can't argue with that, mate. That's a quality drop, that is, and it's the same as Pilsner Urquell as well.
Yeah,
I love that.
No, we had this discussion the other day where you said you drink it by the bucket load.
Yeah, I go mad on it stuff. It's lovely.
And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing. I mean, anybody that can't appreciate Pilsner Urquell as the original, there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
Really.
That is, yeah, it's the bee's knees. And as well, I didn't mind the Stellar Unfiltered as well. I didn't mind that at all.
I liked it on the PD. I'm not a massive fan of it in bottle.
Okay, I haven't had it on PD, but bottle, yeah. I made like work of the 12-pack.
Oh, well, you do, didn't you? It's just, I think for me, because obviously in that the PD, where it knocks that carbonation out slightly, and gives it that slightly creamier body feel.
Yeah.
The draft quality, that did it for me. And then when I went to the bottle, and if you try the PD version of, you'll know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
And you go back to the bottle and you'd be like, okay.
Yeah. That again, that's the beauty of the PD, though, isn't it? With anything, I mean, a basic bog standard lager, you just get that lovely bready body. The body of the beer is just it's next level stuff, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Death by Cocktail. So East System Matt Wharton is £12.50 on Trembling Madness. The Bueno. If you can get it for £12.50,
get on it. Get on it.
It's a cracker. What's it? 750ml. 750ml. Imperial Bueno shake. I'm not telling you any bullshit. That is an absolute cracker of a beer, and it's a sipper all night. Get it. Wait for the dark evening to come in. So sort of November time.
Find your moment, yeah.
And open it up, and you will love it. It's fantastic. I wish I picked two up, but I couldn't afford them. I'm drinking. So Connor says I'm drinking Cronenberg. A bit boring, but just drinking what's affordable to me. And that's what it's about, mate.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna, you know. I think a few people they sometimes think, because like we're into that craft side of things, but I think some people sometimes forget that we don't mind the macro stuff, and I don't. I like both. There's
nothing more simple than that, Connor. It's a simple beer.
Delivers.
Exactly. You don't need. Nothing has to be. Not everything has to be fucking the amount of depth. I'm not getting all the hops. Just if you enjoy something, enjoy it. Who are we to say you're wrong?
I can't
unless
remember
unless you're drinking Carlin, you can fuck off. But
yeah, you draw the line. You've got to draw the line somewhere. But I can remember Dave saying, I don't know if it was on a live or it might have been in person. I don't know. I can't remember. But he said, I just want a fucking beer. I just want a beer, and I want it to taste like a beer. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dave loves Madry.
Madry's all right.
When I said to you, when we were down in Hastings, all they had to drink really was Madry, and was drinking Madry. And I don't mind Madry. It's nice, simple knockback beer.
But little gases.
But I just get to a stage like I am with it. I've got nothing else after this. But I just get a little bit knocked out with the gas, which is why I went over to IPAs and things like that, because obviously I don't get so gassed out by them.
Yeah, that's just. I guess that's just a flaw in the style, isn't it? But
yeah,
you can't beat a good lager or a pilsner when it's baking hot. You know, you just come back from work, you're fucking knackered, crack open the lager and just sink it. You know, I mean, there's nothing better than that, really.
No. Matt Watson says, thank you to Death by Cocktail. I never venture away from supermarket beers because I've never been into beer. But now I want to try an awesome stout to see the difference in quality as a one-off. At 11%, it's going to do something different than you've ever had, Matt, certainly. But treat it as a bottle of wine. If you like a bottle of wine, sip that all night. Small glasses. It's phenomenal. It really is an absolute cracker of a bit. Benjamin said, I love my perfect draft. The quality is great, but in reality, it's £100 a month habit on its own. That's a good chuck on my income. I don't just want lagers. And I think, Ben, you make a fantastic point. and a point I don't think either me or Dean are going to disagree with, mate.
No.
I don't know if you're married, if you've got a family, which I don't know anything about you, buddy, to be fair. But even if it's just you, it's still a hell of a whack on your income.
It is, yeah. It bites into it big time, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Adam, I did see you in earlier, mate. I do apologise for not getting to your comments earlier. Thank you so much for joining, buddy. Always saw Krups and Perfect Draft as a bit of a waste of money, as the manufacturer seemingly reduce who makes the torps kegs for them. The Beer Monster is the only machine I've seen. I don't see the point in the Beer Monster.
I don't know nothing about it really.
Does nothing for me. Nothing at all.
So the bit. What's the Beer Monster then? That's a machine you put kegs in, then, do you?
Any 5 litre keg into it. I think it keeps it. It supposedly keeps it fresher. The keg fresher.
Okay.
And obviously you give it the is it nitrogen? Getting the gas canisters in there. I've just me, mate. I don't see the point. That's me. If you've got one and you enjoy it, all good. An AB and Bev beer company being a bit shitty. Well, I never. I bet they're crying all the way to the bank. They probably are, mate.
Yeah.
Matt Wotton, yeah, we're on the same. We're the same, to be honest. No bottle shops within 20 miles of us. Took a punt on a couple. Scott recommended, and they've been fucking hell. Someone's actually bought something I recommended.
Job done, mate. Job done.
Well, you never. Hot water. I'm going to ignore that because I'm assuming it's the same fucking idiot from earlier. Don't knock donkey shite. Oh, it's out of Oldham. I don't know if anybody saw the little thing that I put in on the last one where I did nothing ever good comes out of Oldham, and there was a little clip of Chris's channel in. So just a little joke there.
I didn't mind the start that they did, though. To be fair, I thought that was all right. The start that they knocked out, but I know you didn't like it.
It led to an argument between me and Wanda that went on to the next video, which was I can't remember what it was, but she walked out. It's the first video she's ever walked out of because it was brewing from the last one. So Adam says, here's a question. Who is the UK's worst brewery? Is it Donkey Stone or Boss Brewing?
Boss.
It's definitely one of them.
Or both. No, both of them. Yeah.
Can they have a joint sort of trophy?
Donkey Boss.
I've not had a great. Thank you, Adam. I've not had a lot of Boss Brewing. I think I'm going with Donkey Stone because of that Cotton Clouds. I actually sat earlier, and I don't watch my own stuff back. I sat it flashed up on the television. I thought I actually don't remember making a video. It was around Christmas time. Put it on, and I remember opening the can. But I remember saying dead air because I was that fucking confused by it. And I think what Donkey Stone have a massive issue is quality control.
Yeah. Maybe bit off more than they can chew with taking on that contract. I don't know.
I've had that one I did the other day, the Space Paranoids. The 3.7% session beer. It was okay. I can't say it wasn't. I'd be a liar to sit here and say it was shit just because it was Donkey Stone. It's probably the best beer I've had from them. The rest of them, I know you didn't mind. It was Valhalla or something was the stout. Van Halla, something like that.
I can't remember. I thought it was all right for the price.
Yeah. I couldn't stand it. Again, I don't see either of us as right or wrong. I just think everything has been fucking shocking from them.
Mm.
And they're not doing themselves any favours.
I mean, going like with Boss Brewery though, I've heard some right bloody horror stories of some of their sort of like.
Well, they were responsible. I never tried it. I know a fair few YouTubers did it, which was that. Was it a peanut butter pale
That's the
ale?
one. Yeah, that's the one.
The pale ale. I never tried it, but I know JB did it.
Yeah.
I can't think who else did it, but I do remember the absolute horror of that beer.
Absolutely shocking.
Yeah, and I just don't. You can't. That's not a quality control issue. That's just a brewery that has no fucking idea what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think they're like their customer services and stuff like that isn't much cop neither. The quality control, complaints coming in left, right, and centre, and just sort of like sticking their head in the sand.
Money tight, says Mark Jones. Money tight. I'm just getting a bill for Vicky's car for the timing chain, MOT, and service just at the wrong time. £1,600 plus mine, £600. Then a dental bill, £60. Times are hard, mate. I feel we paid. That's horrendous, Bo. I hope you're all right. That's shite.
Go and rob a bank, mate.
Graham says, Thinker's got the boss has got that one for him. Right, peeps, I'm off to watch the match. Take care. Brad, have a good evening, mate. Wanda is an absolute treasure. She is. She's a good girl. Benjamin, the beer from who said that Ramsbury? Sorry, I think I missed one. Oh, Benjamin says Mersey, the worst is Ramsbury. Don't think I've come across him. The beer from Ramsbury is quite nice. It's just a brewer who is a bit. Is that that's Harry,
Harry. Yeah,
it's Harry. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I've only had one beer from them, and it was a lager, and I thought it was really bloody good. Forget what it's called.
Yeah, I just remember it just clicked on me. Yeah, I do apologize. Did someone say Idaho 7? Are they courgettes? I assume so. 38 people watching. Don't forget to dislike it. You can report and dislike my channel. I don't care. It really makes no difference to me in the great scheme of things. In fact, if you want to give it a thumbs down, give it a thumbs down. If we can, I don't know how many got. How many thumbs down? Thomas will let us know. How many thumbs downs have we got, Thomas? If we can get it to 30, I'm all good for that. I want more thumbs downs than thumbs ups. Monk with the veins. Mark Jones says, hey, last night I tried a hand-pulled beer whilst working away. Abbott's Ale. It was shit.
Abbott's Ale, fucking hell. Drinking,
I think Abbott's has got to be on the list of the back in time stuff. I've got so many to get through. And next week...
Try the reserve. That's a little bit better.
Right. Adam says, Budvar 4-pack bottle now in home bargains. I think these are $6.50 for 6 or 2 packs for a tenner. I should have been the 2 packs up really, shouldn't I? Depot Cocktail. I've ended up with a couple of bottles of Tennant's Light this evening. We were getting on so well, Graham, and you've gone and ruined it. It's a bit like Six on a Riverbank, fucking near water. Not a fan, then, mate. Not a fan.
Quality.
Well, that's it. Just serves you right, doesn't it? It serves you right for picking that rubbish up. Ben says, I'm now on my last beer. Broadside.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Broadside.
Adam's Broadside, yeah, that's a belter.
Alan Mead, sounds amazing that beer, Scott. I have a few of those sippers in waiting to open around October, November time. I need to start looking at that at some point for stuff that I need for the winter. Have you got anything for the winter?
I've got a few bottles of Fuller's Imperial Stout, and I've got a big bottle of Hardywood Gingerbread Stout, which I've had for about 3 years.
Okay. The only beer I've ever successfully kept was the the fucking beer called? One with the Ku Klux Fan.
Oh, Omnipollo.
Omnipollo, yeah.
Buxton Omnipollo.
Yeah. Forgive me, I can't remember the name of the bloody thing.
Yellow Belly.
Yellow Belly. And by the time I drank it, because of the adjuncts in it, they'd all dropped out. So it was a very nice imperial stout, but that peanut butter flavour had just disappeared. Yeah, it dropped off.
That's what made the beer, really.
Yeah, absolutely. It made it one of the best beers I've ever had. But yeah, so sadly, that peanut butter had just dropped out of it. Nothing wrong with a simple beer. I'm a simple person. Carling, get in the bin. Can't stand the stuff. Go over to Steve's channel. He loves all that. Paul Green was off to watch a match. I don't know who you support. I'm taking your Man City looking at that, Paul Greenwood. But have a good evening, buddy. Adam, Boss Brewery are dross. Lidl were fools stocking them. I think Lidl are beginning to realise this. Well, they can't be. They're still getting fucking donkey stone in there.
Yeah, I think they'll move the goalpost a little bit with breweries. I think they're quite comfortable with Scottish breweries.
Yeah, Loch Lomond, Loch Lomond, Stewart, 71 Brewing.
Yeah, they seem to be doing all right at the moment with the Scottish beers, and some of them have been cracking. I haven't tried all the range, but the ones that I have had, they've been really bloody good for the price.
I'm really lucky at the moment. It's not been in this range, but suddenly it's appeared back in my Lidl, and it's Zoom Time. And I think Zoom Time from Loch Lomond is an absolute belter of a beer. It came out, I think it was early last year in one of their beer festivals, American Pale Ale or something. And I've picked up about 6 cans of that over the last week because I think it's just a lovely beer.
Yeah, cheap go-to, isn't it, at that price?
Yeah, and I'd empty. If I had the money, I'd go and empty the shelf on that. I really would. Adam says the beer monster, you can select whatever temperature you want continually with a certain range, obviously. Added carbonation, and you can order how much carbonation comes out too. Oh, okay, that's put me right.
It's a beer gadget, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're all up for one of them. The peanut butter beer was an absolute horror story. I never had it. I didn't get hold of it. You have to consider that Donkey Stone also allegedly brews some of Home Bargain's own brand beers, mainly the worst ones. Well, to be fair, there's not been a great deal of good ones out of Home Bargain's either, to be fair. Are they responsible for the micro brew project?
More than likely.
Well,
If that's the case, yeah. In
that case, it stands out a fucking mile, doesn't it? Right, Mark Jones off. Right, I'm off. Good night to you both. Night, Wanda. Thank you very much, Mark. Hope you have a good night, mate. Correct, Adam. They were horrible. Anglosaxon. Thank you so much, mate. Tiski's gone up 60 pence a can in 6 months. Where I'm at. I don't think I've had Tiski. I'm sure I've had Tiski. I'm not very on a live. I'm going to need a pee, Dean. I'm absolutely busted.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll be 2 seconds.
I mean, just touching on sort of like Polish beers and Eastern European beers. Some of these Euro shops that you go into, predominantly Polish, or there's a few Romanian ones. I mean, if you go in there and see the massive range of beer that they've got in there, I mean, granted, they're probably all lagers, but cheap as chips, really cheap as chips, and they're pretty good quality beers, really. Again, just nice knockback beers. I had, what is it I bought the other day? I forget what it was called now, but it was a Bulgarian macro lager. I think it's owned by someone like Molson Coors, and it was £1.10 a can, and it was all right actually. Again, it was another. I think it was during when we had that really hot weather, and it was bloody touching 40 degrees. And I had a can of that, and I thought it was all right really. I think it was 4.8%. Nice bready body to it. It was a good lager. See, I always shop about in these shops because we've got like 3 or 4 in my town, and you can get all sorts in there. It's like a lucky dip some days with it. You know, you've got Romanian beers, Bulgarian, Slovakian, Lithuanian. And they're less than £2 a can, really. So you can't argue with it.
What's that?
Just like going on to, they obviously talking about Tyskie lager. And I was saying, going in some of these Polish supermarkets and just having a look at their beers, because there's all sorts in there. And they're not that much money, really.
No, I need to. Do you know what? I'm also a bit frightened to go in these places. I don't know why. Probably because I can't read anything. But I've got a bit of a get out now because Leah's boyfriend's Polish. So I can always get him to come in with me and sort of tell me what the stuff is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's interesting. I mean, just go to the chiller, mate, and look at the beers.
Yeah.
I might all sorts in there.
Might have to do that. Adam says, has anyone had the cojones to try the little vodka flavoured beer yet? No. No. It's going to be awful. Let's be honest. There's nothing good is ever going to come out of that. Dean, you are the Bible of beer.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. I know a little bit, but I don't know enough.
I think, but I'm not an expert. And anybody that professes to be an expert is a fucking idiot.
Bollocks, that word.
Yeah, a load of bollocks. I'm like you. I know a little bit. I know enough to get by. Yeah. I don't profess to be an expert. I'm a normal bloke that likes a beer.
Learn as you go, innit? Learn as you go. Find out more information, things you probably don't know, and then the little bit of information that you probably know, you pass down to someone else that probably doesn't know, and it's just how it is. You know, it's not like top trumps, is it? You know.
No. I know more than you on the.
I'm better than you.
Yeah.
It's like that fucking idiot that thinks he's a fucking influencer.
Anyway, I've been told not to get into more arguments.
Sorry.
Thomas says Dean still has an imperial stout. I sent him 2.5 years ago.
I've still got they're here, mate.
I'm not digging you in the shit, mate, but he has put that.
No. He knows. I don't hide behind it. I've told him. He knows. I've said before on previous hangouts, these are going to be for special occasions. So I've still got a can of Whiplash that he sent me.
Yeah.
And I've still got this Galloway 200 fathoms that he kindly sent me. But again, these are going to be for moments when I feel like I need to pull the trigger on them. They'll keep.
Yeah.
Very kind of him to send them me, but I want to wait for that right moment for them.
I think also I'd like to take the time to thank Thomas, actually, because Thomas is the omnipresent being of beer. I'm not going to use the word beer tube. I fucking hate it. The beer community. Oh, no, I hate the community as well because it's a farce. The beer world, shall we call it?
Yeah.
The guy is the first in the comments. Jim Rooney. He's
everywhere. He reaches out so far, doesn't he, to everybody.
He's the most supportive. He's always been very respectful of Wanda. And I'd actually like to take the time to say thank you to Thomas for everything that he does for every channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's sad that, let's say, certain channels don't actually accept and give back to him what he gives to other people.
Yeah. No, he's literally... He juggles, doesn't he? He juggles channels because he likes to get involved with everybody. He doesn't like to exclude anybody, really. He tries to sort of chip in with somebody, and fair play to him. Fair play to him. He's always been like that, though, hasn't he?
He is also responsible for the first stout on our channel that Wanda actually liked, which was the O'Hara's Dry Irish Stout, which sent Wanda off on a problematic journey that's culminated over the last probably certainly 2.5 years, I think, since she tried it.
Yeah, no, he's a top bloke.
And now with stouts, Wanda is, and I mean this, I don't mean it as it's going to sound, but it's like with Wanda and a stout, it's like a pig snuffling for truffles, because as soon as she can get a stout, she's off.
Stout queen, isn't it?
She is a stout queen. And do you know what? She knows, although she doesn't admit it, she knows more about stouts and can pick anything out of a stout that I will never be able to do. And her reviews come from a complete point of innocence, and I think she's a far better reviewer than I will ever be.
Yeah, you're doing yourself a little bit of injustice there, chap, because you can do a good review. You know you can. But when it comes to a stout, she's the one.
Yeah, and that's why I pull her in now. There's no point in her reviewing IPAs. She's just not interested.
No.
But with a stout, she's just done the two, the little ones, the Love Lane one, which is, I know you've done it, and we agreed it's a lovely beer, and the cocoa nut is a nice beer as well.
Mm. Yeah, Love Lane is, again, they're getting a lot of love with the past and present beers. I mean, the Imperial Stout that they did last year, I said on the video, that was an absolute fucking bargain for £2. I think that was $2.49, wasn't it? The stout.
I picked that up. So I picked up a guy that I'm gonna mention someone. Sadly, I had a bit of a fallout apparently with the chap David Wilson, which I'm actually quite gutted about. But he gave us some money to pick some of the stouts up in the last beer drop, and I picked them all up, and we did most of them. And it was the only one I never got round to, and I picked it up afterwards with the money that was left over from David. And David, if you're watching, I do apologise for what's happened this week. It wasn't meant to upset you, so I hope you're all right. And it was the Imperial Stout from Love Lane was cracking. It was an absolute cracking beer.
Yeah, they're definitely, for me anyway, a standout brewery within Lidl. What they're making, and the Baltic Porter as well. That was about it.
That was a nice beer.
Yeah.
Andy Kay said I picked up Zoom Time when it first hit the shelves, and 4 more the other week. You're right, Scott. For the price, did you ever try Zoom Time?
No, I didn't.
Oh, mate, it's a belter. And it's to say, I went around the other day, the one where we walked past.
Yeah.
And it was on the shelves in the jumbo sale section. I'm like, I'm having some of them because it wasn't part of it, and it's just a cracking beer.
I was talking to you the other day about that little beer that I only just tried, and I think that came on the last lot.
Yep.
I forget what it was called now. We were talking about it, and I said, I managed to get a can of that the other day, and it was in the bargain bin area.
Yeah.
And it was bloody terrific. I forget what it was now.
There's all sorts with Lidl, you know, and I'll be honest, it's the stuff I can afford now. We've had this discussion earlier. I can't afford £7-8 cans. It's going to be supermarket stuff primarily, or I'll try and support the breweries that are around me.
You what, mate?
I said, or I'll try and support the breweries that are around me.
Yeah. Well, you've always been a good champion of that, though, haven't you? And you've got
yeah.
a nice little cluster of good quality stuff. I mean, South Sea beers.
Adam said, Dean, I'm investigating a Romanian shop on County Road in Liverpool this week. Usually closed when I finish work, but off for this week. So he's off looking for Romanian beers by looking for Adam.
No, I would stay away from Tira Suriami or whatever it's called, because that is absolutely fucking shocking. But yeah, I mean, it is worth investigating some of these Euro shops and just going and having a nosy just to see what they've got on stock, because you might be a little bit surprised because they've got a lot of beers in there. But my ones have anyway. Dark beers, a couple of dark beers knocking around, like some old Zivik Baltic Porters in there for like £2.50 a go. You've got some of the mostly all lagers really, and a few like Desperados variations that I've never seen before.
I've done I've had some. The mojito one was fucking horrible.
Yeah, that's it. Mojito, yeah.
There's been all sorts of Sam's into all that rubbish.
Strawberry one as well, I think.
Strawberry one. There's a bloody load of crap, mate. It's all just syrup, just syrup, sugary syrup. Billy McHugh, mate, right? He's just opened his Broken Skull IPA. He's got a big stupid grin on his face. Glad it's decent for £11 a can. £11 a can, mate. Where the hell did you pick that up from? £11 a can. Holy moly, man!
Someone's taking the piss there.
Well, they had that influx of Broken Skull, didn't they? But wasn't brewed at. It was contract brewed by somebody in America. It wasn't brewed at El Segundo.
Yeah, they farmed it out, didn't they?
They farmed it out. So the ones that we had were the ones that actually brewed in El Segundo and were sent over by Kev.
The real McCoys.
Yeah. Adam says, if anyone that says they are expert on beer, then their knowledge is already out of date.
Yeah.
I don't get how you can. What's that, my love?
I don't understand how anybody's got the fucking nerve to fucking do that, though. Really.
Sure.
Even the great late Michael Jackson wouldn't even class himself as an expert, even though he was probably the most knowledgeable man going. He wouldn't bloody say that.
Shamon!
Shamon!
Sorry, when I hear Michael Jackson, the great beer writer, I just think.
Yeah, you can't help it though, can you? But you know, he was a legend.
He was a legend, absolutely. I don't disagree, and it's world's the worst place without him. She was Whiplash for single hopped IPAs. I think I've only had one Whiplash, and that was the one Wanda bought me for Christmas, and it was cracking. It was a cracking beer, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, there's a few decent Irish craft brewers going around.
Anglosaxon, thank you ever so much, my friend. Scott, will you be doing any watch-alongs for the World Cup? Any idea if it's being screened at a reasonable time? They're all because it's out in the United. It's out in Qatar. They're like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night.
England's first game against Iran, isn't it? I think that's on a Monday at bloody 3 o'clock or something.
Yeah, it's about 2, 3 o'clock. It's under discussion, Anglo-Saxon. So the chances are yes. In what form? I don't know is the answer. We have discussed it, me, Dave, and Chris. I'd like to think so. The live watching Scotland drinking Buckfast is one of the highlights of certainly my time on YouTube. Watching Chris get absolutely fucking wasted on Buckfast, but leave it with us. I'm sure there will be some sort of thing going on at some point. And why the fuck is the World Cup in November? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott. No, mate, you deserve everything you get.
You do.
Thomas gives much love to a lot of channels and always takes time to promote them. Sadly, they don't give the time back. Thanks, Andy. You're welcome, Thomas. The secret, Scott, is to get enough followers that stores and breweries send you beers for free. I tell you what, I have had beers for free, as has Dean.
Yeah.
I've had offers for beer for free. I can walk. I tell you what, I can go to Hamilton Brewery.
He'd throw everything at you, wouldn't he?
In Islington, and I have to make the lovely guy called Lee Hamilton that is become a good friend of mine actually through weird circumstances. I don't quite know how. I've had him on a live stream with me and Wanda, and I can go to Hamilton Brewery in Islington, and I have to make Lee actually go back to his office. Otherwise, he'll be throwing beer at me or pizzas or anything. I've always been somebody that, and I know Dean agrees with this, that I like to be honest, and I'm more honest.
You like to pay your way as well, mate.
And I like to pay my way. So I like being honest, and I can be more honest if I've bought something.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's, God forbid that it's not a dreadful beer, but if it is, you know that you've put your hard-earned cash into that purchase. So you, in theory, have got the right to complain about it. But if it's given to you buck-shee, then it's that middle ground where you feel obliged, and it's awkward. It can be awkward sometimes, I think.
More beers. It's for me. It's just I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit old school. Maybe I'm a bit old school like that. You know, it's I just like. I've never been in it for freebies.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice when you do get beer mail and stuff like that.
Yep.
I've had it in the past, and it's very, very nice. I can remember Ann Union. They sent me beer mail a few years back, and I was chuffed to bits.
Yep.
And another Meminga Brewery out of Germany. They sent me a load of beer in a free glass, and I was, thoroughly, you're chuffed to bits, flattered almost, because I only had about fucking 300 subscribers back then when I got that as well. So
we all know of YouTubers that bombard breweries with emails and for freebies and things like that, and that's something I've never done. I've never approached a brewery for free, and I've always, if it's been offered, I'm trying to think who it was. I asked when a release date for something was, and they offered to send it to me, and I said no, thank you. I just wanted the release date. I'm quite happy to purchase it myself.
Yeah.
So will I take that? Of course I will. I'm not stupid, but it's a balancing act.
Yeah.
And they say they're nice even if you don't really like them. Yeah. Nice one, Scott. Yeah, we're looking at it, Anglo. If we can do something with it. I was looking to cancel my Sky actually this week because it's £38 a month. I've just got the basic package, and I don't watch it. I don't watch anything on Sky. I don't watch it. We just watch stuff on Netflix, YouTube, blah 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 blah. So it's £38 a month. That's probably not needed. If I do that, watching live streams with Chris or Dave or Dean or whoever wants to get involved is going to be difficult.
Not me, mate, because I haven't done a live stream for fucking years now.
Yeah, but if you want to come on and do a watch along, you're more than welcome, mate. I looked at the Anthony Joshua and Usyk fight, and I was because that's 2 weeks tomorrow, and I can't be bothered. I just think he's going to get absolutely fucking smashed.
Yeah, you're probably right there.
So I'm not going to waste 20 quid and my own money. I don't make that back through the stream anyway. So I don't know why I'm going to watch Joshua get absolutely smashed to bits. I just can't be bothered.
Dead duck.
Yeah, he's done, mate. I think he's done. I think as a force, he's done. He's lost the plot. Tommy McAllister, I hope you are both well, Scott and Dean. Tommy McAllister, hope you're well, buddy. Connor Jackson says, I'm off for a bit, chaps. If I don't catch you soon, catch you on the next live stream. Keep being yourselves. You're both good fellas. Cheers, Connor. Thank you very much, mate. Have a great weekend. I'm probably going to do about another 10, 15 minutes, and then I'll be ready to go as well, my friend, to be fair.
Yeah, that's all right, mate.
Did you get another beer, or are you still on the old plum porter?
No, I'll get another beer. I'll grab another beer.
I've had to resort to Wanda's Copperberg mixed cider. Because she said he's given her a bit of jip. She's obviously had a couple of cans, and I think it's beginning to give her a bit of bellyache, to be fair. More than I usually do.
I'll have a can of Magners, mate. That's what I'll have.
In the sunshine, mate, a can of Magners. I'm not a massive fan of appley cider at all, nor is Wanda. But in the sunshine, a can of Magners is always going to go down quite nicely.
Does the job, doesn't it?
You can't go wrong with it, mate, to be fair.
Something different.
So what reviews have you got coming up, Dean? Have you got anything in the bag, or have you got anything coming up?
I've got a few reviews that I did like a few weeks back, but
Right.
I don't know, mate. Really, to be honest with you, I'm not really interested in it anymore.
Have you lost your oomph?
Yeah, I guess so. I go through these moments where I can't be fucking bothered with it. I just want a beer. I've done an odd day's graft. I come home. I just want to sit down, eat my tea, and just have a beer and not worry about turning the camera on. And I go through them spells. It's not the first. It won't be the last.
Well, I know, because the last one annoyed me.
I know it did. No, I'm not quitting or anything. It's just I just can't. I'm not in that slipstream of getting excited about something and turning the camera on. So I'm not going to bother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's I do things to tick myself over, really, keep myself interested. And that's where things. I mean, I'm very lucky now where the channel was all about beer, and it's not all about. It's still predominantly a beer channel, if you like, with me. But I can do anything I want. I mean, that fucking kite. Again, I mean, Daddy Pig Kite's done about 23,000 views, and it's just stupid stuff. And I can do these little things, and I do things that entertain me now, and things that entertain Wanda, and things that she wants to do. And I'm very lucky that it's not all about. I've got so much. I said to you, I've got about another 10 videos in the bag. I can release whenever I want, when I want, and it's a nice position to be in.
Yeah, your canvas is a little bit more bigger now, isn't it? And you can just do whatever you want, you know.
And we, but predominantly me, we took some stick for that. But I've always been quite honest about that. That if I didn't change the channel, she was refusing to go any further, and quite rightly, you know, she has every right to do that. But without changing it away from beer and doing other bits and pieces that make her happy, and happy wife, happy life. Anybody that's got a wife it is important. So it's a case of making her life happy as well as my passion. This is my passion. I enjoy doing the YouTube stuff. She does to a certain extent, but it causes arguments as well.
As and when sort of thing, isn't it? You know. But I think that's the beauty of your channel, though, isn't it? Because you can get together and do a video.
Yep.
Or you can just break away and do your little beer review on your own, and you're happy, and then you go back to something else, you know, and you've got all your you've just got a bigger playing field now. You're not pigeonholed in with just beer.
It was the row that I used to try. We only used to do like two, 3 videos a week. And hi Adam Whitaker, how you doing, mate? She felt she needed to be in the beer reviews. I thought she needed to be in them as well because I don't feel comfortable without her. I'm getting there now, so I can deal with that a little bit. So that takes the pressure, and I'll just say to her now, or she'll say to me, "Are you reviewing that?" And it takes that little bit away from it, which is nice. And then she'll have the idea of something to do with the cooking or the mystery chocolate bars that we had while we were away. That did really well. And the stuff that we did with the family while we were away, I loved all of that. It was great. And it's nice having the one that's coming out with Leah. I don't know when it's going to come out. It'll come out either tomorrow or whenever. It was nice having Leah involved. It's something that she's never wanted to do, but she wanted to get involved in that as well. And it's been lovely, absolutely lovely.
Yeah, that's good. That's good that you can take. It doesn't become a bloody chore turning the camera on. You know, that's quite refreshing that you've still got that enthusiasm and excitement to play about with doing little bits and bobs, and it's not a fucking chore.
You know me. I like to change things up every now and then, and just throw a curveball that way, and that keeps me interested more than anybody. If I'm interested, then I'm just going to fart.
New shoes.
New shoes. Yeah, if it keeps me interested, then I'm good as well. I thought the kite video would have done 1 billion views. The Superman kite's done 107,000 views. Ridiculous. The Daddy Pig kite is on about 25, 23. I don't fucking know. Ridiculous.
Yeah, kite fetish.
Well, I said to you the other day, I'm going to do 23,000 views. I'm going to do I think one of the biggest.
I know what's coming. Coming.
So one of the biggest videos on the channel is the Tesco car wash, which has got like 12,500 views, I think. So I'm going to do a Tesco car wash. I'm going to go for a Tesco car wash. Wanda holding the kite out the window. Me drinking a Brewdog beer, and there'll be a bucket McDonald's in it as well. And I reckon that'll do quite well.
Yeah, a billion views.
Billion views. I'm going to go viral.
Yeah, go viral. Yeah, next best thing. Yeah, go viral.
Every credit's got. Cheers, Adam. You need a keg of beer, Shark. Send us, keg your beer, Adam. Kev, sorry. Makes it worth watching with different kinds of content. I just do stuff that I'll just come into the next comment in a minute. More chippy
trips. Yeah, you enjoyed that though. Again, you did enjoy doing them.
I love the chippy trips, but we invariably end up in an argument, me and Wanda, over the chips, which is why we don't do very many of them. So we made this comment the other day: biannual chips. We were going to do one in Hastings, and time got away with us because there was a chippy right at the bottom of the road. We were going to do chippy chips on tour, and never got round to it. But it'll return. We were going to do one this week while we were off. Never got around to that either, to be fair. You do. So I know for a fact, right? My mate here is a fantastic cook, right? So his good wife Gemma says, and he's not killed any of them yet.
No,
and I've said to you that we've had this conversation a couple of years back that you should do some cooking videos.
Maybe yeah, I don't know. That's my own little sort of like getaway, I guess. Though like a Sunday. You know, if the weather's a little bit cooler on a Sunday, it's roast dinner all the way, and I love it. I just lose myself in the kitchen in the morning, getting everything prepped, and then cooking in the afternoon. And I really, really do enjoy it. I don't see it as a chore at all.
She does.
I don't know, turn it into content. I don't know about that.
And to be fair, I know you'll. We everyone laughs and jokes about this, and it's meant, but it's done with the utmost respect. That you can say in 3 to 4 minutes what none of us can say in 12 on a beer review, right? And turning a camera on for cooking is a completely different beast.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to go with it. It'd be long. I'd feel like it'd be long-winded.
Yeah,
you know what
it's
I mean?
hard work.
Yeah. I don't really want to go down that road, to be honest with you.
It is hard work. I can't remember the first cooking video we did. I remember sort of having to stop, start the camera, and I got to the end of it and had to put it all together. And I'm like, this is a fucking nightmare, mate. To be fair.
I mean, where do you start? I mean, do people honestly want to see me peeling potatoes and carrots?
I do.
Yeah, but no, it doesn't sit well with me, mate. Sorry.
No, I know. I'm pulling your fucking leg.
I know.
Sorry, Kev says we need more Disney content. You fucking fire the comments Wander's way. She'll be on that. Ring of Fire. I tell you what I had last night. I had the first time ever. I had Wagyu burgers. Wagyu beef.
Oh, did you get them like 2 packs in Tesco's?
I got them from Lidl.
Okay.
Very, very nice. but I think it was 2 burgers and they were like £2.5, £3, £4, something like that. Very expensive. I bought them weeks and weeks and weeks ago. I was going to review them and never did. Just had them on a burger. They're very nice. Wouldn't buy them again.
I was going to say they're quite hyped, aren't they? It's like the Rolls Royce of burgers, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, I mean they are. They were very. I mean they were sat in there. Gave me the shits, to be fair, but very nice. Big Kev, hi Scott, just tuned in. Nice fart. Hope you and Wander well. How you doing, Kev? Hope you're all right, mate. Thomas says hi to Kev. Chef Dean. Bloody seagulls in the background. I hear that sound every morning. Where are you from, Kev? I've got a massive phobia of seagulls now because when I was in Middleton on Sea, I think it was December time, and I was in. I don't know if you. I'm sure I've told you this, Dean.
You might have done, yeah. I'm in the toilet, mate.
All right, buddy. So I got hit by a seagull in the back of the head coming out of Tesco's with my fucking meal deal, and it went off of my sandwich. And yeah, so whenever I see seagulls now, I get. I'm just going to clean that screen. That's made it a lot better. Anyway. And yeah, so I see seagulls now, and they just fucking irritate me, if I'm honest. Cheers, Steve. No hard feelings, mate. It's fun. Had Mark on my live. What a lovely man he is. What Mark, the Pondering Man. I've got nothing but love for Mark. Mark is a nice guy, and hopefully he'll keep his reviews up. I know people call me his handler and all that other stuff. Mark's got his own opinions. That's just what it is. I just agree with a lot of what he says. That's just life. Alert! Legend alert! Samuel Steve's in chat. I'm going to drink this, which is Wander's Copperberg. It smells fucking horrible, to be fair. It smells like medicine. Oh, that's far too sweet for me. Yeah. So what are people up to? What are you up to the weekend? We're off to Warrior Fest, myself and Wander. So Staggering Goods. It's their first night tonight. We're off there tomorrow for the evening. They've got about 50 odd beers on. So we're going over there for the evening. Don't know if there'll be any content from there. I can't be asked. I think I'm just going to have a nice evening with my lovely wife, and we'll take it from there. So, what are you guys up to the weekend? Stuntman Steve said he had Mark on his live. Is that Mark the Pondering Man? Mark's a nice guy. I've got a lot of time for Mark.
Yeah, Mark's all right.
Honest.
Very, very brave with his content, shall we say?
Yeah, I don't for a channel of Mark's size to take on the subjects that he does. He's obviously upset some people this week. Do you know what? We're in a world where people get upset about the most pathetic things, and Mark is. I agree. Mark's quite brave in what he says.
It's that sort of eggshell society, isn't it? You know. You've got to be so fucking. I mean, doing this law, you've got to be so careful what you say because you know you touch a nerve innocently sometimes as well that you could upset somebody.
I completely agree with that, and I put a comment on his on Steve's live that Phil said something. Phil Smith was on there. I don't know if Phil's coming tomorrow. I hope he does. I'm never going to change being who I am. I know we had to start the live stream because I lost my temper. I'm never going to change being me. If you don't like me, fuck off. I mean that nicely. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to apologise for who I am. I should take into account slightly more Wanda's feelings on things, and that's on me. But I'm a bit. This is the only comment I'm going to make about this. I'm bored and tired of the people that hide behind fake masks.
Yeah, And there's a lot of it about, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, and it is what it is. You know, it's life is here. This is my life over here. This is my hobby. I don't, and I've also, and this will be the last comment I make. I've become the whipping boy of the beer YouTube world, where I'm responsible for everything. I take that. But there's a lot going on in the background, and that has gone on that I deal with that is a bit wrong, and I don't say anything about.
You have to kind of grit your teeth, don't you, a little bit?
Yeah,
with it? Yeah.
But and that's all I'm gonna say. Steve, you're good, mate. Honestly, are you meeting Phil the Warrior? I don't know. It's up in the air whether he's coming or not. I don't know if he's got his ticket. He might come. He might not come. If he does, we'll happily spend the evening with him because Phil Smith's a nice guy, and I've got a lot of time for Phil. Edinburgh is Kev near the sea. I once saw a seagull in Aberdeen tip a full wheelie bin full of rubbish over. So my seagull story. I was in. I'm sure I've told you this. I was in Middleton-on-Sea working. I went into Tesco's, picked up my meal deal. I come out. I've got my sandwich in my left hand, still boxed. It's there. I've got my drink. The next thing I get bang in the back of my head. Fucking hit like a fucking. I thought I was being assaulted, and then all of a sudden I see the seagull. It's got my sandwich in its beak, and it's off. Still fucking fully boxed across this car park, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm being fucking mugged. Being mugged here. And this fucking seagull's whacked me in the back of the head. So I've ran off after it in my fucking steel toe cap boots, trying to get hold of it. And all of a sudden it drops my sandwich. So I picked my sandwich up. It's fucked off. It's still got the beak marks in the cellophane. Some bloke looks across the car park. He went, "You're having a good day, ain't you?" Well, I got my sandwich back. So I got my sandwich back. I was like, "I ain't having that, you fucker." But yeah, fucking hit me like a ton of bricks, mate. It was horrendous. Genuinely thought I was being mugged.
They're like pterodactyls, though, aren't they?
When we were in Hastings, we were walking through the old town in Hastings, and one swooped past my head, and it almost. I mean, Sam was fucking only 2'7", but it almost hit him as well. And like fucking hell, and I had flashbacks. It was like being in Nam. Look like eagles. I think I have to be careful. No one wants my review bit, mate. Whether people watch I watch your reviews. I don't comment anymore because people take my comments fucking personally. So I've stopped commenting. I watch as much as I can. You, Dean. I watch a little bit of JB's beer reviews. I'm gonna be honest. That's probably it now.
Okay.
I have to be honest. I'll stay as honest as I can be. Beer reviews and the whole beer side of it. I'm done with it all. To be fair. Steve says thanks. I was worried I have a great. Well, you haven't upset me, mate. Don't worry. I'm all good. Life's life. How dare Mark have personal opinions on his personal YouTube channel?
Yeah. I mean, it's laughable, isn't it? It is fucking laughable.
I will get involved. I agree. I completely agree. It's your channel. You should be able to say. I should rein in more what I say. If it was my channel and my name on the channel alone, it probably wouldn't last a week because I'm very lucky, as you well know. You know my wife very well. She keeps me in check more than people will ever know. Mainly because I'm just honest. I'm to a fucking fool, I think.
Yeah, no, she definitely does keep you in check, mate, because you'd be a loose cannon otherwise, I think.
Yeah, I'd be fucking done, mate. I don't think the channel will last. It wouldn't last a week without her. Even now, she goes in. I think she goes in and she deletes comments. I've said to her, so I'll put a comment on something, and she'll go in and delete it because she knows it's going to cause trouble. She's a diamond, absolute diamond is Wanda, and she's constantly on the lookout, making sure trying to keep me out of the shit. I think. But all good. That cardboard roof in the background. Fucking cardboard roof. Oh, is that Dean's card? Is that Dean's roof or mine? Doesn't look very strong. Looks like Caramac chocolate bar. Anyone remember them?
Caramac. No, it's a bit stronger than that. Just a bit of half decent plywood. That is nothing wrong with that.
Cardboard.
Yeah, fucking hell. Come on. I'm not on the bread line.
Death by Cocktail says at Big Kev used to take the ferry to Arran with pals as a teenager, buy a polystyrene cup of chips from the cafe, and then drop on the tourists on the car deck. I was a horrible person. We've all done fucking shit like that. Everyone say hello to each other. Big Kev says, I've seen Caramacs in shops lately. They're thin as... I tell you what, Wanda picked me up last night a bar of dairy milk. Like the big one?
Yeah.
Like that big. And remember when it used to be like that thick?
Yeah, yeah.
Paper thin. Fucking paper thin now. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's the same. Is it the same price or is it more now? I think it's more, isn't it?
It's probably fucking more for less, isn't it? That's what the
more for less now, yeah. Like Mars bars, isn't it? They're fun size now, aren't they? Basically,
yeah. It used to be like this fucking big, didn't they? Everything used to be great. Fucking this big.
Yeah, lion bars as well. Just fucking.
Evening, gents. Hello, Craig. How are you, Scott? Why have you got a light bulb in your garden, Scott? There's an energy crisis going on, mate. Hang on a minute. 2 seconds. Wait, I'll be 2 seconds while I'm coming back. That's another £8. It's Wanda's lights around the garden.
She's very proud of her lights, isn't she?
She loves her lights, says Wanda. And yeah. Also, why is there a hose pipe ban? The Earth is 97% water. Surely we can find something somewhere.
We haven't got one yet in place.
We haven't got one here yet, but we will have. Fucking world's gone mad. Craig says Dino looks chill to fuck.
Yeah, I am a little bit. Yeah.
Chris says you need a bigger window. Crack of you. Full moon. Was that me bent over? Was it?
Builder's arse. Yeah.
Lovely bit of arse there. They should rename Lion Bars to Kitchen Bars. Chocolate bars treats have gone to rubbish. On that note, I'm going to go and finish my. Wanda's. I think she's with Leah, so I'm going to call it a night. Dean, thank you ever so much for joining me tonight.
No, thank you, mate.
Absolute pleasure as ever. My good friend here. Thank you everyone that's joined in and commented. Sorry about the restart halfway through. Yeah, hope you have a great weekend. Thank you ever so much to everybody that does bloody seagulls. Yeah, sorry about that, Kev. Hope you all have a great weekend. And we'll both, me and Dean and Wanda, catch you all very soon.
Ciao.